So what are the problems most beginner dropshippers run into, and how can you avoid them? Well, stay tuned and we'll discuss them in this video. Hey guys, what's going on? Your boy Alex, back with another video, and today we're talking about the problems that beginners run into when they're starting Shopify dropshipping. And I've been talking to people who are just starting Shopify dropshipping. I've talked to two of them recently, just today, a couple of hours ago. And I've also, talked to loads of people in school about it as well. And yeah, seems like it's kind of popular there as well. But the problems that people are running into when they're starting them is really the reason why most people actually fail with dropshipping. See, 97% of people actually fail with dropshipping. I'm going to be revealing those reasons to you in this video, and I'm also going to be sharing with you how you can avoid them, so you become part of that 3% of people that actually win and make all the money on dropshipping. It was said 1 billion in sales was done through the Shopify platform on Black Friday, if you guys didn't already know. And I think it was 600 million of that was done in only 5% of the stores. 5% of the stores brought in 600 million of the sales. If you go to Shopify. So guys, there are over 500,000 businesses powered by Shopify and 1 million active users. The site says. So what's that? 5% of 500,000 is 50,000, 5,000. 25,000 of the stores brought in, $600 million on Black Friday alone. And if you want to take your fair piece of pie, then, well, I'll be showing you those tips in this video. So stay tuned. Okay guys, in this video I'm going to be showing you problems that beginners run into, and that's including me when I first started Shopify dropshipping, okay? So first is, you aren't willing to invest anything upfront, okay? And this is including finishing the trial and then immediately just closing your account. Now, the reason that people are scared to, pay that simple $29 a month for the trial is because they think they come into the Shopify with the mindset that, okay, I can't really make that $29 a month to keep my store open. When really, if you think about it, all you need to do is get free sales on the Shopify store. That's $10 profit, free sales, $30. But you come into Shopify thinking that I can't really do that, I don't know how I'm going to do that, and you just close your account before the trial actually finishes, and you don't actually get anything done. Now, if you ever want to see success in Shopify dropshipping, you're going to have to eventually open an account, okay? You can't be just scared of losing money in the front end, because really you have to be willing to invest stuff up front. It's not instant gratification. It's not like a get-rich-quick scheme. You have to put up money, and you have to see how it goes, and you have to, be in that struggle, and you have to just face it. Because this is how Shopify dropshipping works. And if you think that, okay, in 3 weeks I'm just going to see what it's like and then close my account because if I don't like it, then, it's not exactly my fault, then no. You're not exactly going to go anywhere with that mentality. You have to be willing to invest because it will help you in the long run. And this is in really any type of business. I mean, if you're thinking about going on to anything and you really see, okay, there's a price tag to it to get started, and you just get immediately discouraged, then really you're not going to get anything done. You have to just admit, okay, I have to invest this much, but here's what I'm going to learn, and I'm going to learn no matter what, and then I'll see results with it. Because if you're not going to invest anything, then you're probably not going to see results because you're that skeptical, okay? So don't be skeptical. Okay, so that's one of the first points. The second point would be beginners get scared to do anything. This includes buying shoutouts, fulfilling their first orders. They're afraid of contacting, DMing influencers, and starting a Facebook ad campaigns, and they're really scared because they keep on thinking, okay, I might lose out on this, or this dropshipping thing might not work for me if this post doesn't work, or what if this influencer rips me off? And it's just keep on coming with excuses in your mind of why you won't succeed, and eventually that will happen to you because what you think becomes a reality. So beginners get scared of get so scared they don't actually do anything. So the best way to overcome that terror barrier, that fear barrier, is by actually starting contacting these people. So actually start doing stuff. When you start getting into the game, just jumping in, getting your feet wet, then you feel like, oh, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought, and then you get more and more used to it, okay? So, like when you're first jumping into a swimming pool. When you're first jumping into a swimming pool, you feel cold, don't you? But as time goes on, you start to warm up and feel more comfortable. What this is really is if you jump into Shopify Dropshipping, you obviously feel uncomfortable. You won't feel like, oh, this is like not for me and stuff, and you'll go like, contact these influencers. Oh, I don't feel like doing it. I feel scared. I feel like they have so much more power over me. But as you stay in the game for a longer time, as you actually go through that 21-day or 14-day free trial, then you start to warm up and you get more comfortable and used to it. So this applies for really anywhere in life. So beginners get scared of doing anything, so the best way to avoid that is by getting started. Third thing is that they go into Shopify dropshipping with the wrong mindset, okay? And I've seen this. Most beginners are going to the mindset that they can get sales quick and stop their stores. So I was talking to a few people recently, and they're thinking that I can quickly get a couple of sales and just stop my store because that's what I'm satisfied with. And some people think it's a get rich quick scheme, and really when they get into things thinking it's a get rich quick scheme and they don't make money quick, they think, oh, it's a scam, it won't work for me, Shopify dropshipping is dead, and they just quit. So they go into there with the wrong mindset, and it just never works out for them. But if you go into the mindset thinking, okay, this is a learning process, and willing to do hard work to actually see the results, then success will start coming to you. For me, it took me loads, I'd say at least 4 or 5 months before actually starting results, but that's because I knew, I had to put in hard work in, and I overcame this going past the free trial barrier, and I just jumped in and got my feet wet, and I changed my mindset. I stopped on thinking, okay, I could, these people are getting sales in the first 10 days and making $10,000, and I could do that. If I can do that. It's not like you can't do that. But all I'm saying is, if you think you can do it and it's super easy, and when you actually start it and you have no clue on what you should actually do, you get super discouraged and you quit. So I would say the right mindset you should go into is, okay, it's hard work. I'm willing to do the hard work though, and put up the money, put up the effort, the time to get this going, get started, and then success will start coming to you. So my next point is traffic. So people get screwed over when it comes to traffic. I asked someone today, how do you plan on getting traffic to your store? They say, I'm not really sure. And really, that's another big problem, because if you just start a store and you say, oh yeah, I'm going to make a ton of money, and I just ask you, well, how are you actually going to make a ton of money? And you just have to think about it, really. And this also carries on to my next point. But traffic, you have to think about, okay, are you going to start off with Facebook ads, which really I wouldn't recommend? Are you going to start off with Instagram, which a base platform that I highly recommend? Are you going to start with Reddit, which I haven't tested out, but I heard it's really good? Are you going to start with Snapchat or Twitter? So you have to go into it thinking, okay, I'm going to just start with one of these platforms. I don't recommend starting with more than one. I say start with one, see how it goes, and just test until you've gotten good at that platform. So if it's Instagram, you got good at Instagram, now you move on to the next one, then you move on to Facebook, then maybe you move on to Reddit, then maybe Twitter, and all these other places. So you have to go in with a strategy, which is actually my next point. You have to go in with a strategy saying, okay, here's how I'm going to do this, and this is what I need to do in order to achieve this. So a way of also doing that is by setting goals. So I highly recommend you guys to set goals when you're starting. So for me, it was like doing my first $100 day, then my first $1,000 week, and that was in sales, but if I set a sales goal, then I break it down and I know how much I have to do every single day, how many influencer posts I have to do every single day to hit my goal. And even if I'm not profitable, I'm learning a lot. I'm always learning, and I'm building up my Facebook pixel data, which I'll be making a video on separately, but always learning. And yeah, so that would have been my strategy. I'm just learning on Instagram, and then I would scale onto Facebook, maybe in 2 months, and then once I test out on Facebook, I might build bigger campaigns on Instagram and Twitter and all these other places. So you have to come with a reasonably clear strategy. You can't just come in thinking, okay, I am going to make money. And yeah, most people do come in with that mindset. Now, it's not bad to come in with that mindset, because even I came in with that mindset. But you have to have a rough idea of actually how you're going to do it. You have to be realistic for yourself. You're not just going to say, let's say if you have 1,000 friends on Facebook, you can't just say, okay, I'm going to post my product on my Facebook personal account, and maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 of my friends would actually buy my stuff. So that's a quick $30, and I'll just close my free trial and done. No, that's not going to work. And if you're really serious about creating a profitable business, then you have to have a clear strategy. And even if you don't have one when you're starting off, I do recommend you guys, setting some reasonable goals after, watching some of these videos and understanding a bit more. So my next point would be conversions. Okay, so conversions and buyer psychology. You have to, as you're starting Shopify Dropshipping, you don't really have a much clue on what the buyer would like to see and what you should be writing in your ad copy and stuff like that. But really, you should be learning what the buyer likes. So this depends on the niche. So let's say if you're in a dog niche, dogs are really emotional. So buyers in the dog niche would like to be emotionally touched. But let's say if you're selling a Valentine's product, then people would like to be emotionally touched by like adding value to their loved one or stuff like that. So you have to understand what the buyer likes to see and hear. So if you go up to, I don't know, a bulldog owner and say this keychain will help your bulldog run faster, then it's kind of a wrong approach, because you're not exactly selling the right stuff to the right person. So you should understand what the buyer likes and how to put it in front of the buyer properly. Next is the ad copy. On Instagram, on Facebook, you have to start learning how to, you have to start split testing really what ads work for you better. I mean, if you put, okay, link in bio at your page name first, and you say, okay, I only got 20 profile clicks, but if you say, okay, 50% off, and then you write your link in bio at page name, and you get 40 clicks. So you have to start split testing this ad copy and understanding, what converts for you more. And really, people are just going out there and just testing out one thing, and it's not working, and so they just screw it. But really, you should be testing out 2-3 things on 3-4 influencer pages to really see if the product actually works, or your strategy, your approach to it actually works. So that's what I mean when I say conversion. So the best way to do it is always test, okay? You have to put that, you have to invest upfront in your education to actually see results. So always test. Invest in your education and then your experience. So I can't spell today. Builds up. Okay, let's just get that right. Experience builds up. Okay, so next point, product description. So most people, I've seen this so many times on so many different stores, all they use is the AliExpress product description, okay? And you know what that looks like. It looks like name, and then it goes to shipping, and then it goes type, and then manufacturer and material and all this different type of stuff. Really, your product description should be 3 to 4 lines, and it should have a good hook. So that's emotional, or based off scarcity, which is like there's only a limited amount left. The sale ends in this long, and so you have to buy now. And so you have to hook them in, and you have to even make it emotional or based off of scarcity. Okay. So how I currently base my product description is I will say something about the product. So I wouldn't start like this, but just replace the blanks. Okay. So this product, and then your name. And then benefit. So you write a benefit of the product. You don't write a feature, you write the benefit. So how can this product benefit this other person? Okay, so many people are just writing the features like, oh, it's a 50-watt light bulb. But you have to write something like, this light bulb will save you in the nighttime if you fall into a hole. Now this is like a very vague example, but you have to write stuff like that. So your benefit, and then you have to write something about scarcity. So maybe 50% off, and sale ends midnight. And then you could say a limited stock available, and then quickly write your shipping time in really small. The AliExpress shipping time, which is 3 to 5 weeks or 2 to 5 weeks. And then also write a little bit more about the product. So that's the best way to do your product description. So it's okay if you aren't fully aware of all these things, such as upsells and the back-end marketing, and that doesn't mean that learning them isn't important. But at the end of the day, it is what could make or break your business. Okay, so you don't have to be fully aware of them as you start Shopify Dropshipping. I certainly wasn't aware of even what email marketing or the backend was, and I didn't know how to offer upsells to people. But really, as I started offering upsells, as I started email marketing more, I saw so much potential in this, and really, it's really what makes or breaks a business. I mean, some people are spending $10 to get a purchase on a product that only makes you $5, okay? But the reason they're doing that is because they know that they can make another $10 off you from email marketing you their different product offers and upsells. So, you don't have to learn it all as you get started, but as you get going and start seeing some sales, you have to learn this stuff because it is crucial, trust me. I remember starting my first store, and it was a table tennis store, to be honest with you guys. And I wasn't even dropshipping from AliExpress. I was dropshipping from Sports Direct, as dumb as that sounds. And really, I think I did around 3 influencer posts on table tennis pages, and I was like, oh, I'm going to make all this money, and I'm going to succeed, and I'm going to be a millionaire, and all this stuff. But really, I had no idea what I was thinking, and I came in with the wrong mindset I was talking to you guys earlier about. But really, you should know, even if you try and you fail, you should always try again until you succeed, because success in dropshipping isn't easy. I mean, if it was easy, think about it, and then why isn't everyone successful? So yeah, if I hadn't tried again, and I've opened a couple of different stores and kept on going, bought all these influencer ads, then I wouldn't be where I am today, and I'm happy where I am today, but I still want to grow. And I know I will fail in the future, but then I learn from those mistakes and try again. So losing money should be okay with you, okay? So it's a part of business. In every business, you lose money somewhere, okay? If you're starting email marketing, okay, and you wanna get 500 leads into your system to test out your conversions, and let's say you paid, I don't know, $2,000 for 500 leads, probably not, but let's say you spent $2,000 and you only made $1,000 back. But now okay, the product description, this product description didn't work, this offer didn't work, I should offer a recurring offer, more high-end type of thing. And then you've learned a lot. You haven't exactly lost the money. People see that as, oh, I just lost $40 on an influencer post. When really you should be like, wow, I've actually learned that I shouldn't be buying these $40 influencer posts when I should be going to smaller pages and buying smaller price shoutouts to test my product. So losing money should be okay. It happens in every business. It's a part of every business. But you should be ready to learn it. You should be ready to accept it. And just move on from there, okay? So also, don't spend too much on your first shout out. Only invest a bit, like $20, and just see how it goes from there. my first shout out was actually $7, and obviously I didn't make any money from it because I had no idea what I was doing. But some people are just, going to test the product, and they're going to, okay, fitness, I'm selling a fitness product. I'm going to go to this fitness page with 5 million followers. Oh, they charge $50 for a 1 hour shout out. And then you just buy a post and you get no sales. And you go like, why did I get no sales? But really, you shouldn't be spending $50 at all. You should be going to, I would say, 100,000 to 300,000 page, a 1,000 follower page to test your product. Spend $20, see how it goes. If it doesn't sell, okay, that's okay. At least you didn't do $100 on a post. And if it does sell, then okay, go to a bigger page and get a deal from them, and then you make more money. So that's how you should approach the shout out. And remember, it's all a learning process. Life's a lifelong learning process. So even if it's tough, just embrace it and grind through it. So keep on grinding, keep at it, and really you will succeed. I mean, it doesn't matter how many times you failed, because it's really how many times you've actually picked yourself up and kept on going. So if you've failed, you've set a bad Facebook ad campaign, or you've done a deal with a wrong influencer, and then you find out that, okay, this is how not to do it. Now I just find the correct way to do it. So even if it's tough, just embrace it and grind through, okay? So you guys should always remember that. So, okay, guys, that's it for this one. And I'm going to jump back into real press mode so we can talk to you guys a bit more. Hey, guys, so those are some of the problems that beginners like me have actually run into when we're starting our Shopify dropshipping stores. But those are also some of the solutions that you could start, using or taking into practice today to start changing your future with Shopify dropshipping and making it, your thing and something you dominating. And yeah, so that's really what I want you guys, the level you guys to get up to. I want you guys to be super successful in dropshipping. I want me to be super successful in dropshipping. And yeah, we're on this journey together. So yeah, let's just go out there and, make this work for us. Keep on hustling, keep on being on the grind. And that's the only way you will achieve. Remember that, guys. You can't just, if it was easy, if success was that easy, dropshipping success was that easy, tell me, why isn't everyone a dropshipping success? Think about that. Okay. Well, that's it for this one. And if you haven't subscribed already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the really cool notification bell icon, so you're notified every time I release a new video. And okay, that's it for this one, and peace.
Shopify, the platform we're using, selling products with these ads up on your Facebook newsfeed. Yeah. We get them wholesale up on Hollywood.